Welcome to PA Timber Ghost. This will be my Labor Day video. Currently I am in Hopewell, Big Woods. There's a new parking lot there and some new established hiking trails on the other side of Hopewell Furnace, which we'll take a look at on the way back. Very nice parking lot. Room for a lot of cars. There's a cool worm fence there. Today we are going to go back to Crow's Nest Preserve, make a donation to the library. I have a few more books. Wildlife count so far, 6 point buck, a doe, 2 fawns, and I bumped another deer on the way in. It's very beautiful back here. Only a couple people in the parking lot. 2 of them are joggers. I'm not sure where the other one went. I never walked in from this side. There's a few houses back here, so you can hear a dog barking in the back. Here's some roosters in the background. It's always cool. I love to hear them in the morning. Used to be like that around my house. In the morning it was fairly quiet. You could hear the horse and buggies going up and down the road, especially Sunday morning when they were all headed for church. Last time I was here I saw a black mink. I came in from the other parking lot on the other side, and the mink jumped across the trail and had a mouse in its mouth. Early morning, if you want to see wildlife, just come around sunup before everybody brings their pets and scares everything away. Here's a handful of shells. Very busy squirrels. You can see all the nuts they're chewing up. These are the shells. Getting squawked at by a bird. These are shellbarks. Here's a bigger shell here. Shellbark takes about 30 years to produce nuts. So when you see these trees, they are very old. And this is a favorite of squirrels. Lots of boardwalks in here, lots of bridges. This must get a lot of runoff here when you get a lot of rain. This is the 3rd boardwalk I went across. 2 bridges. Here's some more sign of a squirrel. This is a squirrel breakfast. This looks like a shellbark also. Here's the other side of it. Squirrels are very proficient chewers. They can usually chew through these pretty quick. If you look real close, you can see the marks on here from their teeth. Here's another shellbark they started to eat. But if you look real close, there's a wormhole. So they must have realized there wasn't anything in there. Didn't finish that one. It's amazing how much wildlife you can see in places like this, where the amount of human intrusion is controlled, which means no mountain bikes, no horses, no hunting whatsoever. It's just abundant wildlife in here. Got some cool fungus growing here. This looks like chicken of the woods. It's amazing how bright orange that is. That is really cool looking. Chicken of the woods, I believe, only grows on oak trees. Wonder if anybody actually eats this. I've never known anybody that eats that, but I would try it. There's some more up there. On to another field. There are a few cellar holes back here, but being what time of year it is, it's full of ticks. It's pretty thick back in here now. I'm not going to crawl through there. I was here last time on my Crow's Nest Preserve video, and you can see the cellar holes back in there. There's probably some more back here that I don't see. There's also an old road that goes back through the woods and up over the hill. This is really nice. Everything here is mowed. Everything has that fall smell. It's kind of a sweet smell. I'm not sure what that is. Here's one of my favorite trees, cedar tree. You can see the little berries there. The birds will actually eat them. Cedar trees grow very slow, so that tree is probably very old. That could be about 20 to 30 years old, despite the size. There's one over here also. I have a few of these growing in my backyard. Another one of my favorite trees. Okay, coming up to another field. And we're getting close to Crow's Nest Preserve. We're about 2 fields above it now. Looks like they're gonna bale some hay out here. I love the smell of hay. Growing up, I worked on a local farm, spent many hours chasing cows through the fields that broke through the fence. And lots of hours baling hay, just like this. I wasn't allowed to drive the tractor, but I would ride the trailer in the back, and as the old equipment shot the bale up into where I was standing, I would stack them up. And then we would go to the barn, put them on the lift, and they would go up into the barn. And then when it was feeding time, we would throw them through the hole in the floor, cut the baling twine off, and feed the cows. This is just grass, but still, cows will eat it. He usually baled alfalfa, and sometimes he would bale the grass. He had a lot of open fields he kept for alfalfa and grass to feed the cows. What's the difference between hay and straw? Straw is the bottom half of a wheat crop. They harvest the top with a combine, and they come back and cut the bottom off. So straw is usually used as bedding and erosion control. Hay is usually cut alfalfa or cut grass, and that's used as a feed product for your livestock. Here's another shot of the field. I missed Mr. Modesty. I'm not sure how old he was. He would never tell me. He was a man of few words, but when he talked, I listened. We had a lot of fun together. I miss helping him out on the farm. I spent a lot of time there growing up because I didn't have much else to do. We were feeding the cows, feeding the calves with a giant bottle. It was about this big. It's surprising how much power a calf has when it's hungry on that bottle. And we spent a lot of time cleaning the barn out, having snowball fights, talking about life in general, and where he came from. So if you have a chance to talk to an older farmer, spend some time with him, it'll definitely make you a better person, give you a better perspective in the world. Aha! I spy a couple more Adirondack chairs. You might have to sit down and take a break here. Let's pan around and show you this beautiful scenery here. So peaceful back here. Let's take a look around the side here. There's a giant bird box on the top there. You can see the hawk flying away. That is a bird box for an American crestle. I don't think that was a crestle that was sitting on the American crestle that was sitting on top of there. But now we're on the hill above Crow's Nest Preserve. Alright, we'll take a break here on these chairs. It's becoming very humid. we're going to peel off a layer here. Enjoy this beautiful scenery here for a few minutes. Another rare find. There's a fruit tree here on the corner right behind me. You can see the fruit hanging in it. I'm going to eat a few of these. I have one of these growing in my yard and it's not doing too good. Here's the fruit, small and round. These are edible. I'll find another one up here. Let me know what this is down in the comment section. These are very delicious. I actually have one of these trees growing in my backyard and I got some very small fruit on it this year. Some of these are tart and some are very sweet. Can you guess what that is? It's very delicious. Okay, I have 2 more books to donate to the library. I think I'm out of my pack here. If you took the other 2 books out of there, leave me a cool comment. Let me know how you enjoyed the last 2 books. I believe one of them was Gone for Another Day. And the second book was Raising Chickens and Turkeys. So my 2 books to donate today, Birds of Pennsylvania. This actually came from the Pennsylvania Game Commission. And there's a picture of all the different kinds of bird eggs on the back. And the second one is the history of White Clay Creek. I actually used this to make a video of White Clay, some of the historic houses and other things that went on in there. So once again, my channel sticker is on the front with my YouTube channel link on there. Just type it in and PA Timber Goose will come up. And the second one, the sticker is here. PA Timber Goose 1 YouTube, or Pat G1 as my grandson calls me. Okay, let's put these in the library. And once again, if you take both of these books or one of them, leave me a cool comment in my comment section on this video. Let me know if you got these. Let's put our 2 books in the library here. See how long these take to find a new home. Books are always cool. I like to read books twice, actually the second time in case I didn't absorb something the first time. Sometimes you have to go over it again in case you missed something cool in there. And there will be another book in here in the future, and probably a coffee mug hide at some point in time. I still have 2 coffee mugs left. So there it is. They're in there. If you find this, let me know in the comments if you got that. We're going to turn around and head back the way we came. We'll look at some ruins on the other side of the road. If you made it this far, thanks for not clicking through. The best is yet to come. I'll share some thoughts at the end of this video. So let's head back down the trail and see what else we can find. Back across the road. This section here is kind of rocky. Rocksylvania. This is really the only bad section in this trail that I have found. It was a great day today. Beautiful day for a hike. Got a nice cool breeze going in the background. Not too many bugs. Some of the humidity is starting to go away. That was the purple trail that I hiked in on. And we'll take a look at the parking lot over here. The parking lot is brand new. There were only a few spaces there that you could pull in off of the road. Now you could probably fit about 20 cars in that parking lot. Here's the old homestead here. It looks like it had some restoration work. Very small home. Probably had a small fireplace, which was probably right there. And very few other amenities. This is really dirty. Woodlot house. What am I looking at? Woodlot house. Built around 1800, 1.5-story house. Never had indoor plumbing or central heating. Water came from the spring. You see, originating from this depression to the right. Builder's name comes from its proximity to Civilian Conservation Corps Woodlot. Woodlot house is the Woodlot house is a fifth the size of a nearby Lloyd house, and a seventh the Ironmaster's house. Ironmaster's house is over in the park. Who lived here? In common with other tenants' house, a succession of Hopewell workers occupied this building. Oral tradition places James Hilton, an African-American woodcutter and fiddler, here during the last years of furnace operation in the 1800s. African Americans at the Hopewell furnace received the same pay as European Americans, and compensation positions attended the same churches and schools and received housing assignments based on ability, not on ethnicity. What happened to the building after the furnace company moved its operation from Hopewell? Many tenant houses like this once continued to be occupied by local laborers and farmers. The building apparently had tenants until 1935, when the government acquired the land. The last repairs occurred in 1941. After that, nature reduced it to its present state. Nothing like a stone house. Doesn't need just some TLC. And somebody can live in there again. I've seen houses that were nothing but a pile of rocks, and the local Amish community restored the entire house till it was in a livable condition again. They put the walls back up, put the beams back in the floor and the ceilings and the roof back on. Within 2 to 3 years, it looked like nothing had ever happened to it, except it looked much better. So anything is restorable, especially if it's made out of stone. If you have the skill and ability and qualified craftsmen, it can be done. So another cool house in the woods. Almost back to the parking lot. You can hear the road here. Now we are on the white trail with the black arrow. If you follow that from the parking lot, that will take you to the purple trail and over to the Crow's Nest Preserve. I'm amazed at how much work they've done to this trail. It is really nice to walk on. Only a few bad sections. I think this is the bridge that has the yellow jacket nest under it. It wasn't the other one. I didn't exactly follow the trail coming in. Yeah, there it is there. Watching yellow jacket nest under the bridge. If I had a can of bee spray, I would take care of that. This is all brand new. Could put about 20 or 30 cars in here. Here's my sweet ride there. Got some cool worm fence. Lots of nice grassy areas. Welcome to Hopewell Furnace National Historic Site. Thanks for coming along on our hike to Crow's Nest Preserve. This will be video number 2, and I will come back and probably hike a few more of these trails. There's more trails here than what I thought there was. A lot of this stuff is new. As always, thanks for watching PA Timber Ghost. We will see you on the next video. Thanks for coming along today.